Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mainstream Studios. I'm Apex, and today I will be discussing an anime called Kuzu no Honkai or Scum's Wish. So if you haven't watched it, bear in mind spoilers up ahead. You have been warned.
運命の人だと思った。あなた以上の人なんてどこにもいないよ。
If you ever loved someone so much for so long and tried your best to get their attention just to get ignored and never even notice at all that you loved them, even after all that, you're still convinced that they are your soulmate and you won't give up on loving them. Well, sometimes this happens when you love someone so much. You'll sacrifice everything, and usually it feels like a romance anime where everything will go well in the end. Ironically, this anime tells us the contrary. Kuzu no Honkai or Scum's Wish literally tells us that being in a relationship isn't always like a romance anime. The anime discusses about relationship problems because in a relationship it's going to go south sometimes. Today I'm going to be discussing the effects of not letting go through the perspective of Hanabi, the main protagonist. This anime follows a girl, Hanabi, who has had it rough since the beginning. Her dad leaving her when she was just a little girl. Coincidentally, a childhood friend who is now her high school teacher has a pretty similar situation with his mom dying when he was still young. This formed a bond between them since they were little. She calls him Oni-chan because of the age gap and how he has always acted as a dad figure that she never had. But apparently the bonding throughout the years has made Hanabi fall in love with him. She is somehow convinced that because they met since little that he was her soulmate and that everything would happen smoothly like a romance anime. In the first episode of the anime, we were told for sure that that wasn't the case at all. She noticed that her Oni-chan was in love with another teacher and she was heartbroken. She has always had little hope of a romantic future together since the beginning. And usually, you date someone else to try to move on and fill that empty gap somehow. The twist is, she never gave up on loving him. And to fill in the gap, she decided to date Mugi, our second protagonist. Mugi has the exact situation where he is in love with the teacher in their school. And the teacher happens to be Akane, the other teacher that Oni-chan is in love with. So, another exact situation leads them to date. But then at the first episode, this scene happened.
付き合ってるってことにする。
は？
そしたら頼りたい時に頼れるよ。お互い。
万が一にでも私のこと好きにならない？
ならん。断言する。全くタイプじゃない。
私も。それから私たちは契約を交わした。お互いのことを好きにならないこと、どちらか本命との恋が成就したら関係は終わること。要するに気持ち以外は君のものってこと。
So they're only dating because of the same situation, that they could take advantage of each other's situation to fulfill the emptiness that they feel inside. Imagining that they are doing it with someone else, using each other's body and comfort just to fill the holes in their heart without falling in love for real. We all know this isn't right. You don't just replace the need of love by using someone else. And the sad part is, since the beginning they made a promise that they wouldn't fall in love with each other, that they would just use each other to fulfill their hole. This blocks the opportunity to get to know each other and actually fall in love with each other for who they are. And all this happened because they can't comprehend the thought of not being with their true love. Throughout the anime, she still is in love with Oni-chan and does other stuff to try to escape the reality of not being together with him. She finds other things to fill that gaping hole, using someone who likes her just to have pleasure, thinking that if he could steal the other guys that has done it with Akane will make everything better. Akane is by all means not a good person, and I might talk about her in another video. But since Akane deliberately wants to see Hanabi suffer, she kept teasing Hanabi's true love, knowing that they can't end up with each other. That puts her deeper and deeper down into the hole. And this makes her think that if she can't beat her by stealing all the boys that lust for her, she could feel better about herself. But that isn't the case, and a few episodes later, she finally realized that no matter how hard, she just had to let go. Let go of that person, because even if you still love them, until when are you going to chase them? They're moving on. Why aren't you moving on? Are you not going to move forward? Are you really going to stay in the same exact place doing other stuff just trying to avoid the inevitable? This whole anime is about her trying to let go. Trying to be content with herself that she has to move on. In the end of the anime, she did let go. She confessed and got rejected as expected and finally decided to move on. Even in the end of the anime, she didn't end up with Mugi at all. And decided to go separate ways because they realized that they wanted true love. After all the heartbreaking moments, the unchangeable doing that they have done, they decided that you can recover from a loss. You can let go, but you need time. So they went their separate ways and spent time with themselves to once again find the meaning of true love. So what is this anime about? It only has one message: letting go.
太陽系を抜け出して平行線で交わる
So that was it, Scum's Wish or Kuzu no Honkai anime review. Boy, that anime has so much to unpack. I'll show you what happened in episode 10. This is my reaction late night at 3 a.m.
Fucking... No, the big chick moved on, and the guy, the Mugi.
But anyways guys, that was me, and let's hope next week I will upload another video. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm probably gonna make gaming next week. You know what I mean. I'll see you guys next time. It's your boy Apex and I'm signing out. Yeet!